Hi, I'm back making another update of my tattoo removal progress. It's going okay. It's still there. It's still really dark. I found out there's been a bit of a mix-up. I have actually had 12 sessions on my arm, not 11. I think one of them was just that it was just a CO2 treatment, so I wasn't really counting that in my head, but technically I'm, I think, 11 laser sessions down and one CO2 session. My last session was on October 25th, so it's been a couple weeks here. I waited a few weeks because basically it takes a few weeks for it to settle down. It gets really puffy, I would say, is my biggest side effect. My arm is like 1.5 sizes its usual size. So here it is. Still very dark, obviously. One nice thing is that the flag, you can pretty much see all the colors now. This was covered over black with 2 different layers of black, so it's really kind of promising that you can see the whole flag again. What's a little less promising is some of these parts where the flowers were lighter to begin with. Like, let's see. Well, I guess you can see alright. Like these parts here that are on the flowers, those are pretty light to begin with. And spots like this that I thought were breaking up, that's not actually where the ink is broken up. That is where the artist just didn't ink there. I guess I was looking at earlier pictures thinking, that I'd see something right there and see the progress, but that was always like that. So that's great. This is still super dark. I would say this is probably the least amount of progress on my arm. And it's probably a combination of it being further down on a limb. So one, you're going to have easier removal on closer to your heart. So if you have a chest tattoo, back tattoo, anything that's closer to your vital organs, it's going to go away quicker. The progress on the wrist is here. It's okay. Again, not the best. For 6 or 7 sessions, you can see some spots where it's definitely breaking a little bit. But it's not really going anywhere. So one thing I did decide is that I am going to switch clinics and go to a place with more updated lasers. At first I was just like, well, if you had this deal too where you only had to pay $25 for a session, would you be super picky about the laser? And I've been of that mindset for a while, but now just kind of seeing a lot of other people's journey on YouTube and realself.com and all those places, it definitely seems like my removal should be a little bit further along than it is. So I've gone to a couple different consultations with laser removal techs around town, and definitely it's going to be a lot more expensive. But I've decided it'll be worth it. My clinic, last time I was there, they did say that, with really stubborn tattoos like mine, they've been having to refer people out. So maybe I'm close to that point already anyway, where they're going to refer me out. So I'm probably going to just wait, give it 1 or 2 more sessions and see what they say. I would still say that if you have a tattoo and you're trying to decide between removing it or covering it, I would definitely all the way say remove it. I mean, honestly, this started with the flag. If I had I went into a tattoo removal clinic and I asked them how much it would be to remove it. And I think they quoted me like $100 a session, and I was like, no way, I can't afford that. So I got it covered up, and it's gonna cost me thousands of dollars more that way. So I would say just remove it. Even if it's had a touch up or whatever, it'll be easier to do that than to get rid of a big giant cover up. My biggest mistake was that I didn't research my artist. I kind of just window shopped, and I went into the coolest looking shop. I know, stupid. And then I basically, went with the artist that was at the desk and kind of just let him control the design, control what was going on. And to be honest, he wasn't all that willing to draw it out for me. He's just like, he kind of just threw together some shapes and was like, it'll look like this with like this or that. Everything I wanted to do or whatever, he told me all the reasons it couldn't work and why and what would work better. And I didn't even want these damn flowers on my arm. I'm not like a huge flowery kind of person. Essentially, I'm not going to blab your head off, but he had me thinking that he knows best about what should be on my body. And yes, I totally understand, you're a tattoo artist, I'm not. But basically, I got duped. I feel really stupid, to be honest. I mean, I definitely, when people ask me, like, well, why didn't you just walk away? I wish that I had. I don't know why I didn't. was intimidated. I didn't put enough research and effort into it, really. I just kind of was like, I want this covered, and put too much trust in someone who really didn't give a fuck about my body or what I wanted. And at the end of the day, I'm the one paying for the sessions. He's probably never thought about it again, and it's really affected my life in a really, really, really big way. And if I had it to do over again, I like some of my tattoos, but I would have just shelled out the $100 every 2 months or whatever to get the flag removed instead of let it turn into this big black flowery terrible mess. Overall, that's it, I guess. My next removal session is in December, so we'll see what they say. They might say, we'll do a few more sessions here. They might refer me out. They did say last time that they might refer me out. So I did learn that it takes up to a year and a half for one tattoo removal session to do everything it's going to do. So really, the longer you wait in between each session, the more value you're getting out of your money. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next time.